Hello, I'm Lara Kochersan and this is Newsfeed, your dose of what people are talking about online. In just 2 months, former President Donald Trump has been the target of an assassin's bullet twice. In mid-July, at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, a gunman shot Trump, grazing his ear. The 20-year-old attacker was taken down by a Secret Service sniper. Fast forward to Sunday afternoon, and another potential assassin lurked in the bushes while Trump was out golfing in West Palm Beach, Florida. Armed with an AK-47 style assault rifle, the suspect was spotted by Secret Service agents before he could fire. Thanks to a tip-off, the man was arrested shortly after. Donald Trump responded to the incident in a fundraising email, assuring supporters that while gunshots were fired nearby, he is safe and unharmed. He emphasized that this will not slow him down and vowed to never back down or give up. The suspect has been identified as 58-year-old Wesley Routh, who managed to get within 200 to 450 meters of Donald Trump near a chain-link fence at the edge of the golf course. Let's take a closer look at who Routh is.
So this guy just tried to take out the former president 4 or 5 hours ago. He was within 300 yards, but wasn't able to do it because he was spotted by Secret Service agents. He apparently had a GoPro camera with him, along with 2 backpacks full of ceramic tiles. Go figure what those were for. Secret Service fired at him, and he fled in a black Nissan SUV, but was apprehended 45 minutes later on Interstate 95 in West Palm Beach, Florida. And I know he doesn't look like the usual suspect, but this guy, believe it or not, has a long history of criminal activity. He was arrested in 2002 after an armed standoff with police in North Carolina, where he was charged with possession of a weapon of mass destruction, a machine gun, and other offenses. He later moved to Hawaii, where he led recruitment efforts to send volunteers to fight in Ukraine. He was asking that the government send arms and American soldiers on leave. He asked for soldiers to be placed on leave so they can go to East Asia and fight in the war. And based on his social media, he did travel to Ukraine and urged Americans to join.
Following the attempted assassination, Routh's X account was suspended and his Facebook page was scrubbed. But as we all know, once something hits the internet, it's never truly gone. Online sleuths have been circulating screenshots and recordings, giving us a look into what Routh had been posting on his socials. Here's what we found.
In June 2020, Routh revealed he had voted for Trump in 2016, but had since withdrawn his support and become a frequent critic on social media. In July of this year, Routh posted on X about the assassination attempt on Trump, urging President Biden and Vice President Harris to visit those injured at the rally, criticizing Trump by saying Trump will never do anything. Routh was also vocal about the war in Ukraine, often expressing strong support for the country. In 2020, he posted multiple times on X, declaring his willingness to die for Ukraine. The New York Times reported that it interviewed Routh last year for a piece on pro-Ukrainian foreign fighters. According to the Times, Routh traveled to Ukraine in 2022 to recruit ex-Afghan soldiers who had fled the Taliban, claiming to act as an unofficial liaison for the Ukrainian government. In a 2022 interview with Newsweek Romania, Routh spoke about his efforts to recruit volunteers for Ukraine's International Legion Defense.
You know, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white. This is about good versus evil.
Online users were also quick to point out the eerie timing of Time magazine's September 11 cover, which featured the former president in a golf cart with the words "in trouble." Quite the coincidence. Americans have grown accustomed to constant new normals in politics over the past few years. With the rise of gun violence across the country, attacks like these may sadly become part of this new normal. In response to the Florida incident, Vice President Kamala Harris, who's running against Trump in the upcoming election, stated, "Violence has no place in America." While the motives and identity of the attacker will ultimately shape the political fallout, for now, it seems that despite Harris's words, violence is becoming a more frequent part of the American political landscape. The way news is consumed is evolving. New research from the UK shows that for the first time, online platforms have overtaken TV channels. According to research by Ofcom, 71% of the population now uses online sources for news, compared to 70% who watch TV bulletins. Ofcom notes that this marks a generational shift, with social media driving the change as more audiences lean toward short-form content.
Did you think older people were keeping traditional TV viewing alive? Well, think again. New research shows that over 65s are switching off at the fastest rate ever. And the fact that you're watching this over social media helps to confirm that traditional TV viewing has seen a record decline too. Increasingly, audiences are turning to apps like TikTok for their content. TikTok's UK visitors grew to 22.3 million over the past year, and most of that growth was driven by over 25s. Ofcom officials said audiences now have an all-you-can-eat buffet of broadcasting and online content to choose from, with 15 to 24-year-olds spending an hour each day on TikTok consuming snackable short-form content.
Social media is being blamed for fueling the fentanyl crisis in the US, with drug dealers using platforms to reach underage users. A 2022 report from the New England Journal of Medicine revealed that fentanyl overdoses have become one of the leading causes of death among minors in the past 5 years. According to the US Drug Enforcement Administration, 6 out of 10 fentanyl-laced prescription pills contain a potentially deadly dose. But what exactly is fentanyl?
Let's do a quick primer on fentanyl, since a lot of people have been asking me about it lately. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid. When you think of opioids, you think about things like heroin, right? So fentanyl is 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine, and it's really dangerous. The amount that fits on the tip of a pencil can kill you, 2 milligrams.
Social media platforms are becoming illegal drug markets due to their popularity, accessibility, and lack of regulation. The National Crime Prevention Council links it to at least 80% of fentanyl poisoning deaths among teens and young adults. Experts say Snapchat is the most popular. In 2022, parents sued the platform for wrongful death and negligence after their children purchased fentanyl through the app. U.S. senators are now targeting influencers and telehealth companies with a new bill aimed at cracking down on misleading online ads for weight loss and other medications. The bipartisan bill argues that social media posts often spread misinformation, omit crucial side effects, or drive demand for drugs that may not be suitable for patients. Lawmakers say there's a regulatory gap in the FDA's oversight of ads from influencers and telehealth companies, since they don't have formal partnerships with drug manufacturers.
The bill aims to authorize the FDA to require drug makers to reveal their payments to influencers to the Federal Open Payments Database. The FDA will be able to issue warnings to influencers and telehealth companies for deceptive and misleading promotions. If they fail to comply, they'll face fines ranging from $250,000 to $500,000 for different periods of violations. Online posts that generate payments for influencers or telehealth companies that make false claims, omit information about prescription drugs, or fail to provide side effect information should be subject to FDA action.
2-month-old baby Hippo is the latest star to take the internet by storm. She's become a sensation on TikTok, amassing over 2.6 million followers. This all started after videos of her playful moments with her keeper went viral. Here she is. Meet the adorable Moo Dang, which means bouncing pig in Thai. Clips like these have captured hearts worldwide. So cute. The zoo near Bangkok, where she lives, has seen 30% boost in visitors eager to see her in person, with traffic jams forming outside. Unfortunately, her fame has also led to mistreatment, with some visitors throwing objects and splashing water to wake her up while she naps. In response, the zoo has installed CCTV and warned that anyone harming her will face legal action.
Moo Dang has unified the people of the internet. And honestly, I can't get enough of it. Moo Dang has gotten so famous that the zoo where she's kept is releasing merch with her face on it. No lie, the matching Moo Dang fit would go so hard. There has been non-stop memes on memes on memes about how cute and chunky Moo Dang is. I can't wait to keep seeing all the art that comes out of Moo Dang. It honestly makes my day.
This is the truth about the viral baby hippo video. Mudeng is probably the most famous hippo on the internet right now. But what are people missing? Pygmy hippos are endangered animals, and money should be spent protecting their habitats in the wild, not breeding more of them into captivity so that they can be exploited for social media views. Animals in captivity live miserable lives where they can't do anything that comes naturally to them. Her and her mother essentially live in a concrete pen.
The Emmy Awards shone brightly this Sunday in Los Angeles, celebrating the year's standout television. From record-breaking wins to groundbreaking performances, the night highlighted the best of the small screen. Here's a roundup of the shows that stole the show.
Do not be fooled.
The big-budget historical drama Shogun made history at Sunday's Emmy Awards, breaking records for the most Emmys won by a single season of a drama. The show also saw Hiroyuki Sanada and Anna Sawai become the first Japanese actors to win in their respective categories. Shogun took home the top prize for Best Drama, while Sanada and Sawai won Best Actor and Best Actress awards.
You guys are gonna have a fabulous time.
This year's comedy category saw a surprise twist with Hacks, a series about an older comedian and a millennial writer winning Best Comedy over last year's champion, The Bear.
This would be a different kind of restaurant. What will we call this place?
Meanwhile, The Bear broke its own record, earning 11 Emmys and solidifying its place as the most awarded comedy. Netflix's Baby Reindeer was named Best Limited Series, with star and creator Richard Gadd winning for both acting and writing.
Gadd's show, based on his real-life experience of being stalked and abused, has been one of the most talked about series of the year. However, the show's claim of being a true story has stirred controversy. The woman allegedly portrayed in the series, Fiona Harvey, is suing Netflix for defamation, negligence, and privacy violations, seeking over $170 million in damages. The trial is set for May 2025. And that's our show. Find our latest stuff on YouTube and do subscribe to our channel. See you soon.